Take a cup of maida flour in a bowl and add some sugar to it. Also add little salt to it. Now add half a cup of water with this and knead all the ingredients smoothly. Knead the dough gently and make it as if you are making for the chapati or puri. You can add a spoon of curd with this mixture if you wish the pizza to be soft. If you like to have the pizza crunchy, then you need not add curd with this mixture. Once again, you can grease your fingers with some oil so that it will not be sticky. Continue kneading the dough further for some more while so that the dough will set well. You have to press the dough very tightly and firmly. Now we have to keep this dough for the pizza crust in a closed container. Prefer the container to have a plastic lid which is airtight. Let this dough to be in this container for about an hour or two. Now we have to prepare the sauce for the pizza. For this, wash the tomatoes well and just slice the tomatoes into 4. Do not completely cut the tomatoes, just make a line across. Put these tomatoes that are cut into 4 parts into water. Take only hard tomatoes that come from hybrid variety. We are doing this to remove the skin part from the tomatoes. After making lines across on all the tomatoes, now we have to boil this for a while. You can keep it in high flame and wait for just 2 or 3 minutes, that's enough. Now the tomatoes have boiled a little bit. You can take it out, cool it, and then you can remove the skin from it. It will be easy to remove the skin if you boil like this. Take out all the tomatoes and keep it in a bowl. It will be too hot. Do not try to peel off the skin like as it is. Wait for some time, or you can keep it in a refrigerator and cool it within minutes. Then you can easily take off the skin. I am going to keep this in a refrigerator and go for the next step, which is cutting the vegetables for the pizza. I have taken carrot, onion and capsicum for the pizza topping. First take the carrot and remove the skin from it. Remove the head and the tail parts from it. Then you can cut it into lengthwise or small pieces. It's your wish, you can cut it in any ways. You can do the same way for all the carrots, and then you have to cut the capsicum now. Divide the capsicum into 2 and take one part and slice it horizontally into 2. Then remove the seeds and all the excess parts inside the capsicum. Then you can lengthwise cut the capsicum into small pieces. I prefer to cut all the vegetables that I have chosen into lengthwise pieces. It will be nice while we are dressing the pizza. Same way, take the other piece and remove the excess part from inside of it, and slice this one also into small pieces. The same way you can do the lengthwise pieces for this one also. The seed and the excess parts from the capsicum are it will be like a disturbance while we are eating the pizza, so we can avoid in adding it. We can just waste it. You can use it for some other dishes while you can grind and add it, or you can grind it and add with the sauce also. Finally, we are going to cut the onions. Before cutting the onions, you can refrigerate it so that the enzymes from the onions will freeze, and there will be less amount of enzymes coming out from the onions. This will not let you to cry while cutting the onions. There is one more thing I would like to share with you. While cutting the onions, you can be near running water. You can open the tap and be near the running water and go ahead for cutting the onions. You can also keep the onions inside a bowl of water and let the knife into the water and cut through it. Same way you can cut the other onion. Now we have to grate the cheese. This time we have used the cheese which has to be actually used for a pizza. We have not used cholesterol free cheese. Last time when we used cholesterol free cheese, it melted out. This will not be like that. Now we can take out the tomatoes from fridge and remove the skin from all the tomatoes. You can just peel it off like you are taking out the skin from a banana. It will be just easy. If you are going to take a hybrid variety, then the flesh part of the tomatoes will be hard enough. We are removing all the skins from the tomatoes just because it will be a disturbance while we are eating the pizza. The sauce has to be plain without any skin or seeds. After removing all the skin from the tomatoes, we are going to take out the seeds from it. For this we have to slice the tomatoes into 4 pieces, and then using a knife you can take out the seeds by gently pulling it out. Some of the juicy parts from the tomatoes will let out with the seeds. You need not bother about that. You can later use it by filtering the flesh parts, that is juicy parts, from the seeds. We are removing the seeds from the tomato not only because it will be a disturbance while we are eating. There is one other reason for it. It is also said that the seed parts from the tomato will be a issue for health. The kidney will not be able to digest these seed parts when it is not mashed or grinded very well. Then there will be problems like kidney stones, etc., etc. I don't know the exact problem which the seeds from the tomatoes will cause, but it is said that it is not healthy, it is not good for life, so avoid it. See how much juices have gone out with the seeds. Now we can filter all these juicy parts from the seeds. You can just use a filter and pour the juicy parts, and be careful so that the seeds doesn't fall inside the flesh, the sauce which we are going to prepare. After this we have to prepare the sauce. For that, take a pan and add little oil to it. You can add either 1 or 2 teaspoons of oil and let the oil to heat for some time. After the oil is heat enough, you can add the tomato puree which we have already prepared. You can make the sauce in whichever taste you like. You can make it just as a tomato sauce, which will be like a tomato ketchup, or you can make it as a chili sauce. For this you have to just add a spoon of chili powder with this. If it is going to be just tomato ketchup, then you can add little sugar to it and 1 or 2 pinches of salt with it. I have not added chili powder with it. It is just a tomato ketchup. Saute all the ingredients for some time and let it to cook for about 3 to 5 minutes. That's all, your sauce is ready now. Then we have to make the pizza crust. This time we have chosen for making a thin crust pizza. Making a thin crust pizza, is nothing different from a thick crust pizza. Only difference is that the pizza crust that you are needing will have to be very thin. The same way as the other pizza we made, we have to make the preparations using a fork. Then take a dosa tawa. As we are going to prepare a thin crust pizza, a cooker or a pan will not be enough for the pizza circumference, so we are going to make use of a dosa tawa this time. We'll lay the pizza crust over the pan and close it for some time. For about 5 minutes we have kept this closed, and now we are going to flip it to the other side. Actually the side which we have kept first time will be the lower layer of the pizza, and this is going to be the top layer of the pizza where we are going to make the toppings. Now take the tomato puree that we have prepared already, and gently you have to spread the tomato puree on the pizza crust. See that the flame is very much low. You have to keep in sim. After spreading the sauce evenly throughout the pizza, now you have to spread the cheese. First make a layer of cheese over this sauce, and then you have to make the toppings with the vegetables. Then again you have to spread the cheese over the vegetables. All the vegetables that we are gonna add with this pizza is edible. As such, we can eat it raw, but for your convenience, if you require, you can just add a teaspoon of oil and saute all the vegetables one by one. Then you can just put the onions first. After putting a layer of onions, then you can place the carrots one by one, either vertically, or you can just randomly put them above the pizza. After topping it with the onions and the carrots, then you can place the capsicum above this. The color of the pizza is too good. It looks awesome when you add the carrots, onions and capsicum. The red and the green combination just looks awesome, and the color of the onions, there's just no words to explain it. It is pinkish color, the color which I love a lot. Do not take a long time for making the toppings of the pizza. Just make it fast and keep it closed. It has to be kept in a closed condition for about 3 to 5 minutes. Only then the inner layers of the pizza will get cooked well. That's all we have done with the vegetables. Now we can layer it with cheese. In this layer we can add some extra cheese so that the look will be awesome. We are just going to cook all these only until the cheese on the top layer gets melted and the flavor of the cheese comes out of the pan. We can add all the cheese and then close it with the lid and let it to cook. Do not disturb in between. Wait until the smell of the cheese comes out of the pan. We have been waiting for about 5 minutes after closing the pizza, and the smell is awesome. The look of the pizza is delicious. I am not going to wait anymore. I am just going to taste this hot pizza as such.